Hey there, how's it going? I am Aiden Schmaden, and welcome back to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass 200cc. That is quite the mouthful of words that describes this video. Anyways, here we are. This is the last cup in the game. Unless, of course, they decide to add more for whatever reason. I honestly wouldn't put it, what is the term? I wouldn't put it past Nintendo to do so. Or maybe I would, because honestly, I don't really have high hopes that they're going to keep adding to this game forever. But who knows? I could very well be wrong. Anyways. So, today, in the final episode, we are going to go with the one, the only, the funkiest of monkeys, the Funky Kong. And I believe this is what I went with last time, which served me really well, so let's go ahead and get it. In this episode, I might also show a snippet going back to the Acorn Cup to fix my 1-star mistake because of my really bad performance on DK Mountain, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's go ahead and do the Spiny Cup, starting with Madrid Drive. Here we go. You know, it's something to me. You look at, like, the texture of the road, and it's, like, it's really, like, highly detailed for something that you're zooming past. But if you compare it to, like, the background stuff that's running alongside the track, you'll find that it's much more detailed than the background stuff, which, well, except for right here, where the road is different. I don't know why the concrete blocks were so detailed at the beginning, but whatever, Nintendo is just gonna be Nintendo. And another thing about Nintendo being Nintendo, I'm surprised that they didn't go and keep, like, Tokyo for last. I know that Tokyo Drift was a map that was, like, already created. It was already created long before they decided that they were going to add it as a DLC to this game, but at the same time, it's like, you know what they could have done? Because, you know, Nintendo is based out of Tokyo, or at least I believe they are. I don't think they're based out of Kyoto. They're based out of one of those two large cities in Japan, and I feel like that would have also been an interesting grand finale, but since Tokyo Blur kind of sucks, I wasn't going to say Tokyo Drift kind of sucks, because that's actually a pretty solid movie, but Tokyo Blur was just kind of not a great track. Anyways, but if it was better, and if they knew they were going to add it, it would have been a better send-off to the Booster Course DLC tracks. However, I think Rainbow Road for Mario Kart Wii was probably a pretty good choice, because it is, to me, probably the king of unforgiving Mario Kart tracks, specifically unforgiving Rainbow Roads. If I had it my way, I would have had this cup just be all Rainbow Roads, but whatever, I'm not Nintendo and I don't make those decisions. So let's go on to the next track. So, you know, I would say overall, I think the Spiny Cup is probably a much better cup than the Acorn in many ways. Like, oh my god, what was that? Okay, I'm gonna have a hard time with this one. Holy. Maybe I shouldn't have gone with Funky with the bike here, because I'm just zooming everywhere. But nah, I think I'll be okay, and we'll just power through it. But this is kind of precarious because I have absolutely zero control with all this ice physics. But let's go right here and bam! Oh yeah, here we go. This is where the music becomes bopping. I like this. And wow, I was actually doing well, and I decided to get attacked by Squid Boy. Squidward decided to attack me! How dare he? And man, this is aggressive. I'm trying to enjoy me some Rosalina Ice World, but Mario Kart's like, hell no. And I'm like, no way. And I don't know why I'm doing these voices, but no. Oh my god. Okay, you cannot go through that at 200cc. It is actually kind of ludicrous. Anyways. You know, if I can do this, like, first try by getting first, I would be really surprised, because this is... Ooh, this is quite a lot. I hate how down that, like, the camera turns you. It's really weird. No. Okay, good. Stay on the ice, because I think it's faster than the water. And what we're going to do is... we're going to... Oh, no, you're kidding. You're kidding! Oh, wait, I might be okay. Oh, no, maybe not. What even got me? The shell didn't get me. Something else got me before the shell, and it didn't do the thing that I wanted. Wow, that was painful. So I'm gonna have to redo these again off camera, which is unfortunate, but... Ah, well, I guess it's, I don't know, isn't it what they say? Maybe the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. In this case, wasn't the real treasure the tracks we played along the way? And wow, thanks, Donkey Kong, I appreciate you, buddy. You just know exactly how to steal my items. I really like how Funky, like, pulls out a surfboard whenever he does tricks. Like, that's... I don't know, I like it. He never did that in Wii, so at least I know that they're not, like, completely, like, ripping from, like, one of those games or whatever. Alright, come on. Let's go. I wanted to see how long I could outrun that shell for. Oh my god. You know, I don't remember it being so aggressive, but it's been quite some time since I've done a 200cc race. Okay. Okay, that was a cheap shot. You! What do you think you're doing trying to jip me like that? I was gonna say juke, but I feel like juke is when you do something, is when you, like, imitate you're gonna do something, but you don't. That's a juke, but instead he tried to do something and was unable to do it because I have supreme Mario Kart racing skills by crashing into walls. None... Supreme Mario Kart skills, you say? Marvelous. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can just take first here, even though it really doesn't matter, because whatever. Anyways, that was Bowser's Castle, and if you want me to give it a rating or review, because I did that for a while when I was doing this 200cc challenge, this track is okay. I'm glad that it actually uses anti-gravity, but otherwise it's just kind of bland, basic, and boring, and I feel like there was other Bowser's Castles, or even other tracks that really deserve this spot more than this one, but whatever. Let's move on to Rainbow Road Wii. I feel like, at the very least, this track is emblematic of Rainbow Road, because Rainbow Road is not necessarily a victory lap. Rainbow Road is a challenge, and it always should be, but in this case it isn't. You know why? They put way too many guardrails. This track does not need guardrails. You know what this track needs? This track needs, it needs less guardrails so that you can fall off the edge like that. The only reason that I think it needs guardrails is probably for 200cc specifically, but otherwise, no. Keep the guardrails out. It kind of removes challenge, but speaking of removing challenge, I feel like having guardrails in places that they weren't before just, I don't know, it ruins the spirit of what Rainbow Road means, or at least what I think Rainbow Road means, because Rainbow Road is supposed to mean hard. It's supposed to mean challenging and getting shelled in the face. No, but whatever. regardless, if I can even get first, I think I'll be A-okay. Because I think I've gotten first otherwise, other than in... Funny enough, in both times that I did a second race, I got my first place stolen. So if I just let off the gas there, it looks like I'll be fine. The lightning still affects me in there. I think on Mario Kart Wii, the lightning doesn't affect you while you're in that, so one of the changes that they made from that game to this one. But that's fine. I do miss that on this part, they used to have like a ring that went around the track that was more visible than the one that they had there, but I guess something is better than nothing, huh? And I'm sorry if you heard that, I bumped the mic with my shoulder. That was close. I thought I was going to hit that banana. Banana! Let's go. We're going to go bananas. And I always really liked the music of this track, even for as hard as it was. So if I let go of the gas right there. Ooh, 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 ooh. That hits me there? No. 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 Ah. That is kind of bonkers. Anyways, as long as I keep it up on this, I'll get my failure. That's what I'll get. Holy. Just get absolutely launched off the track. I still got first, but at what cost? I didn't even get my triple stars. I don't know. Maybe I can't complain too much. The one thing I can complain about, though, is on the 150cc screen that we have here, where we have the trophy, it had the background of Rainbow Road, but now it has Bowser's Castle. It had that on mirror mode as well, and I'm not sure why they changed it. Rainbow Road is the track for this cup. Now they just put it to this Bowser's Castle, which just kind of sucks and is lame and whatever. Anyways, this is the absolute end. This is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And you know what? I'd like to talk about this for a little bit here, because I was never expecting to do a 200cc run like I've done here. I remember when Mario Kart 8 first released, 200cc was... I don't know if it was a DLC or if it was like a free update, but I remember that it was in that game and it wasn't required for anything, but I think if you did it, you got something. I don't know if it was getting gold stuff like in this game. It probably was, because this game and that game are that similar, but I think at the time when I was doing the 200cc challenge, I was only expecting it to, you know, be the main courses, but then shortly after they announced that, oh yeah, we're gonna have we're gonna add so many more tracks, and it's like, oh, marvelous. But they did, and I'll tell you, a lot of tracks in this game are not meant for 200cc. I don't recommend doing it if you don't have to, but I believe if you have like a high enough skill level online, I think you're more likely than not to get mostly 200cc tracks. But aside from that, this has been a fun adventure. I don't really know what is next for Mario Kart. I would like to think that Mario Kart 9 is going to release, or maybe it's going to be called Mario Kart X, because a lot of companies seem to hate the number 9 for their products. How it's like there's no like Windows 9, or there's no like iPhone 9, or how there's probably not going to be a Mario Kart 9. It's going to be like a Mario Kart 10 or Mario Kart X or whatever. It's just weird. But yeah, imagine if they actually released more DLC for this game. They just announced it like in like the next week or something. My mind would be blown, but I'd also feel kind of burned out. Like, I think at some point I might have enough of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, this is a game that's based on another game, Mario Kart 8, that was released in 2014. It has nearly been 10 years of the same game. And I'm not saying that it's a bad game. It's just it'd be nice to see something new and different. Mario Kart has always been that series where it does something different for each game in the series, at least a little bit. It's not like Mario Party, where every Mario Party is the same from the last, but yeah. I'll tell you, it was a surprise to me when they announced the new characters for this, how there was Funky Kong, and I got humbled so much, because I made a video probably a few days before the Nintendo Direct that announced Funky Kong was going to be in the game, and it's like, well, I guess that's my Sans SNES video moment, but whatever. So here we have our lovely credits that they created, and I was kind of surprised to see that they did credits for this game, or at least a second set of credits. But in addition to that, they also did this thing where you can listen to music of the game, which is really weird to me. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, why would people just go into Mario Kart just to listen to the music is my question, but I don't know. I'm not most people, I'm not these kinds of people, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but we have our lovely little light show here with the credits, and I'm just happy that I did this series and I've completed it. And if you've been with me the whole way through, I'd like to say thanks for watching to this point. It has been an adventure, a journey, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes up next. So thank you.